So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy Ellen. I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Yes, we're going there today. Am I gonna go there? Yes, we're going there today, right? The title of this video is She Finds Real Life Mermaid, Then This Happens. Now, the talks of mermaids have been going around as long as any of you and I can remember. It dates back to a long time ago. We talked about it. Unfortunately, that was one of the things we talked about in school. It was like something BC back in, I think it was like Syria, is when they first started having the talks about. I was awake that day in class. Which is, you know what I mean? I was awake that day in class, right? One of the days I didn't nod off or fall asleep from staying up the night before playing video games. I was awake during a mermaid discussion. But yeah, this aquatic mystery has been around for forever. The talks about it. So whether or not you believe it, whether or not you think it's just folklore, it's just, you know what I mean, an urban legend or something, whatever, however you feel about it. You might have grown up watching the little Disney movie about it or what, but it's been around. So much so that there's some things that have come out of the ocean that have quite resembled. And we've had, you know, whether or not it could be, whether or not they exist, whether or not, you know. So either way, we can't escape it, is what I'm getting to. We can't escape the talks. We can't escape none of it because of things. And we always have to go back to being the ocean. Only 3 to 7% of it has been discovered so far anyway. So if you're one of the people that believe that mermaids exist, which some people do, I'm not saying whether I do or I don't, but some people really do wholeheartedly believe they exist. So if you're one of those people that believe they exist, then, you know, this video may be very, very interesting to you. So we're going to get into it. If you're new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button, join the fam. And once you do that, man, moment of silence for the haters. That's enough. Now run the likes up. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Here we go.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Here are clips which will show you some alleged mermaids caught on camera, including a mermaid sunbathing on a cliff, a merman in an open-depth aquarium,
Get away from the window!
and many more, with a scientific proof in the end of the video.
Now, do I think it's some creature out there with a face and like nice hair long and permed out like a woman? Or no, I don't. I think it's some merman out there who's swole up out there like The Rock or somebody and got a face and a beard and a mustache and all that type of stuff. No. But they just embellish that part for movies, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
So, hang on till the end. A real-life mermaid caught by men. While fishing in deep waters, some fishermen caught a strange-looking creature. All of them were stunned over what was just caught in their net. It clearly was not a fish, as it had a human-like structure that resembled the folklore related to mermaids. By the upper body, she looked like a human girl, but her fingers were joined by a thin film of...
And it's reaching for him like it ain't trying to shot. It's like, come here. Like, I want you, bro. Look at the reach. Nah, that's too aggressive, fam. That net come out that water, you see things sticking out the net like that. That's got to throw it back, man. Like a sports fishing, we got to throw that catch back.
Skin like fins. The lower body had a large tail that mimicked a fish. How did this creature wind up in the net? No one knows, but this is the most brilliant and genuine evidence of a mermaid we have to this date.
Now, I bet if you interview every one of them people that was on that deck when that happened, if this really happened, to which it looks like it did by the footage, if you interview each one of them and ask them, do they think mermaids exist? oh, you're going to have to hand them a bag of money to convince them otherwise. They're going to tell you they exist, and they seen it firsthand.
Unluckily, the mermaid escaped the net. Otherwise, it would have been a groundbreaking discovery if the fishermen would have captured her. Little Boy and the Merman.
Now, again, I preface that with saying, again, if that footage is real, that could have been a movie clip, that could have been anything, but if that was real life, real footage, then yeah, good luck convincing them people that mermaids don't exist.
Many people believe that exotic creatures like mermaids and others reveal themselves in front of children. This is because children are innocent. We have footage of an open-depth aquarium where a child was poking the glass of the aquarium and asking his parents to see something.
There's something there!
The parents didn't understand what he was talking about when suddenly a merman appeared out of nowhere and greeted the boy by placing its fish-like finned hands on the glass wall. After seeing this, everybody in the aquarium started shouting and panicking. And after noticing that the humans were freaking out, the merman swam away instantly. As it was an open-depth aquarium, the merman must have gotten out of it into the depths of the sea. But the boy...
All right, we gotta vet this footage too. All right, we gotta look it up on the internet, man. We gotta, because it should be some news reporting or something about this place if this really happened.
Sure enjoyed this.
Now, do I doubt kids see things that we can't see? I don't doubt that, bro. I don't doubt that at all. But this here, I'm a little bit,
Small encounter. If this is not a fake clip, then I appreciate the bravery of the boy.
He said the same thing too. If this is not a fake clip.
Coast guards in the UK spotted a mermaid. A video of unknown origins about a mermaid sighting was leaked 7 years ago on the internet. Everyone began to question the authenticity of the piece. After some investigation, it was found that in 2003, the UK Coast Guard nighttime rescue captured footage in their security cam of an alleged mermaid. Firstly, the guards thought it was some kind of a seal, but they were shocked after discovering that what they spotted was indeed a real mermaid. The shady thing about the endeavor was that the video was kept hidden all those years ago, and finally got released just 7 years ago. Another thing that manifests its authenticity is that the guards were on a routine exercise that proves that they were quite vigilant during the whole quest, and if they say they have watched a mermaid, weightage should be given to them.
Now that one right there, I think was kind of real. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't give you that, it's not really like what the stories and the movies made it up to be. That one there just looks like something similar, like a seal might have made it with something that created like something that looks similar to a mermaid, or maybe a mermaid. And I can tell you, the person on that boat, his movement didn't come off fake to me. You know how you could just tell by somebody's movement? He was stunned by it at first, and when it dove under, then he like kind of snapped out of that trance he was in and ran to the other side of the sea after he got his thoughts together to really see and verify what he just saw.
Be given to them.
You see that? That's real movement to me. That don't look fake, that don't look orchestrated, that don't look like none of that.
Weightage should be given to them. Mermaid caught sunbathing on a cliff. Two friends were fooling around and enjoying the view at Kiryat Yam, Israel in 2009 when they saw a strange-looking creature on top of a stone. They thought that it was a sea lion or a manatee, when suddenly the creature whipped its tail and jumped right back into the water. The friends were stunned when they saw that it was a mermaid, as it had a human head but a lower body like a fish. The mermaid was probably sunbathing on the cliff, and after realizing that the two men were gawking at her, she dove back to her home. Luckily, the boys captured the moment on a videotape as evidence of what they saw. After the incident, many locals also reported glimpses of the mythical creature. People of the country became so invested in the subject matter that the authorities announced a prize of $1 million for anyone who will provide concrete evidence for this. What do you guys think? Why do mermaids vanish after encountering any human? Are they afraid of us? I say let the mermaid have some tan. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Blue-colored mermaid caught by tourists. Some tourists were boating in the river when they spotted a blue creature sitting on some rocks. People instantly rolled their cameras and started capturing the thing. It looked so much like a mermaid, and the color of that creature was mostly. It seemed like something straight out of a Disney movie. However, the video is kind of blurry, so it raises the question of legitimacy.
It's blurry, and the thing hasn't moved. It's almost like somebody created that like a statue, like that. There was artists that was creating those weird statues in the swamps. That's what this kind of feels like. Somebody created like this statue to give off the illusion of maybe a mermaid sitting there. I have yet to see it move. Yeah, so that's what I'm waiting on.
However, the video is kind of blurry, so it raises the question of legitimacy. The person who posted the video has asked the question from viewers about what they think it is. Is that a real mermaid, or was someone just faking it? Maybe it's a person who's wearing the tail of a mermaid. We don't know for sure, but what do you think of it? Mermaid on the dock. A man once captured a mermaid on his camera who was seen on a dock enjoying the view of the world above the oceans. It looks like the person who captured this had tremors. Due to his uncontrollable shaking, it is difficult to determine if the video is real or edited. Though, who wouldn't be scared as hell while filming a creature unknown to humans? What if the mermaid had attacked it? Also, it looks nothing like the creatures we hear tales about, as the mythologies describe them as beautiful beings with luscious locks, smooth skin, and remarkable bodies.
See, that's what I was saying. They fed us this thing of, oh, they got skin like ours, they got long hair, their face is just immaculate, bro. They ain't been through no type of surgeries or nothing like that. They just got this beautiful, what's that commercial that comes on oil of Olay? They've been using oil of Olay and Noxzema their entire aquatic life. Like, they give off that type of illusion. That's why people are like, man, get out of here. But if we scale down and think about what it could actually possibly be, not what it turned into, the possibility could be there, but just not in the form of what we're thinking. You know what I mean? It was a animal that looked kind of like a mermaid, not animal, but a creature that kind of looked like a mermaid that was like hollow, see-through and colorful in one of the last couple of videos we checked out, and that gave off that type of vibe.
Them as beautiful beings with luscious locks, smooth skin, and remarkable bodies, but this one had no hair or the elegant body we'd expect of a mermaid. Before jump.
See, this crypt keeper looking thing is more probably the mermaid we should be thinking of. You know what I'm saying? This is probably what we're gonna get, and this is probably true.
In the water, she raised her arm as if she was signaling someone and dived straight into the water. The Mermaid of Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Here we have a clip from Minnesota, where two men in hazmat suits are pulling out a body that by its fins seems to be a mermaid. This looks utterly sinister. As to where are they taking the creature? Are they taking her to a lab for experimentation? Are they making a mermaid army? Wicked! I know, right?
Man, y'all might have been witnessing a crime right there. You know what I'm saying? That might not have been mermaid. Y'all might have been with two people in hazmat suits, like they was just coming off of Breaking Bad, with a person, a body, and a suit. Yeah, you might have just witnessed a crime right there. You know what I mean?
Mister, as to where are they taking the creature? Are they taking her to a lab for experimentation? Are they making a mermaid army? Wicked! I know, right? Merman chasing a boat. There's a clip on the internet that shows this mythical creature chasing a boat. With its fast speed and agility, it does look like a merman, as a human can't swim at that speed. It's definitely a merman. Cluster of mermaids. A video surfaced on the internet showing a group of mermaids swimming in the water. Traveling was just like when a group of dolphins migrate from one region to another. Many claimed it to be an utter hoax, as the whereabouts of the clip are unknown, but it was shared by many channels. Mermaids swimming along the sea waves. This video here is another proof of a mermaid's existence. We can see the creature swimming alongside the waves in the sea. It definitely looks like a mermaid due to its long fish-like tail and long human arms.
See, now that seems more likely of what it could possibly look like. You don't get that full human definition of body, but you get something similar.
It definitely looks like a mermaid due to its long fish-like tail and...
I'm gonna give it one more try. That might be it right there. See, you can kind of sort of see it. I was trying to freeze frame it on it to give us a better view of it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I just hate, the masses want to say, nah, that don't exist. And I always don't like going with the masses thing. I like to think left when everybody else wants to go right. You know what I mean? So I want to try to look and see, but I don't know with this one. What do y'all think?
the waves in the sea. It definitely looks like a mermaid due to its long fish-like tail and long human arms. There's no credible source of the video, but it does look clear enough to be a mermaid sighting. Mermaid found in New Zealand. A group of fishermen caught a dubious-looking creature in their fishing nets in 2014 near South Island, New Zealand. First, they thought that they caught the dead body of a person, but after...
That's what I was gonna say. Y'all make sure that's not like a person's body in a Halloween costume. You know what I mean? Make sure that's actually something that's different, not that first.
After seeing its tail, they were shocked and called the authorities immediately. It was such an unusual finding that people got extremely shocked by the revelation. People also started to spread false information about the incident, so much so that the locals got very terrified. A heated discussion started among the whole of New Zealand. The authorities got so baffled that they contacted the researchers at the Forensic and Anthropological Department from the University of Auckland, who, till date, have not been able to solve this mystery. This is one of the most concrete pieces of evidence of the presence of the species.
Now that's scary. When people, if they would have gave you something quick, it'd have still raised red flags. But at least you'd have been like, more than likely it wasn't. The fact that they went silent after getting the information and whatever they gave to them as far as the body or whatever this is, and still nothing, that to me is a little more worrisome and scary. The fact that nothing has come out about it or that we know of.
The Zimbabwean Mermaid. Many people fear these folk creatures due to the beliefs and myths projected onto them. It is said that they carry a bad omen, and if they'll be sighted, the place is deemed to be cursed. The Zimbabweans have a rather peculiar name for these creatures, Mamba Muntu. Coming back to the point in 2012, at the site of construction near the Gokwe and Osborne dams, the construction crew ran into a notorious Mamba Muntu, aka a mermaid. This troublesome fella was a little exasperated at the crew as it caused a little havoc at the site of construction. The crew abandoned the project midway through due to the previously mentioned mythical beliefs. The project was then resumed with a force of white men, as the people believed they would pay no heed to the folklore. Well, little did they know that they will also desert the enterprise. The problem escalated so much that the authorities had to call religious figures to perform ceremonies and rituals to calm down the locals. So, what do you guys think? Is there any grain of truth in all this facade? And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. The subscriber's pick. The subscriber's pick is taken from a documentary about the existence of mermaids. Well, the documentary concluded on the point that the creatures producing weird sounds in the oceans and bodies that were found on beaches could be related to humans and fish anatomy, that being mermaids. Tell us your thoughts on the existence of these creatures. Are you a believer or not?
I think that's the ultimate question right there, you know? Are you still, at the end of this video, do you slightly have a little bit, more to say about whether or not mermaids exist or not? Are they real or are they fake? You know what I mean? That's the ultimate question. Did this persuade you a little more Or are you still like, nah, L, this ain't do it for me, bro? You know what I mean? This ain't do it for me, man. I'm still like, nah. The thing that always makes me not rule out the possibility is, like I said, man, we have still yet to discover everything in that ocean. For me, it's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't necessarily say that something doesn't exist. You know? Does something seem a little bit outlandish? Absolutely. You know? And it doesn't help when Hollywood gets a hold of it and makes it and blows it way out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? It makes it even more crazier. So, but I don't know, man. Just like things in life, man, you just can never say never. And certain discoveries and certain videos will make you question whether it is or isn't a reality. But you know, that's what we're here for, to see and continue to research and find out. You know, salute to all the scientists and researchers out there. All right, but y'all get at me in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think and stick around and stay tuned, bro. Till the next one, I'm gone. Peace.